In this short video, I'd like to show you how to configure brake light flasher type M1. So what I have here is a circuit I connected based on a diagram found in the manual. So connected the brake flasher black wire to the ground, red wire goes to brake switch, and yellow wire goes to the brake bulb. So now we're gonna configure the timer. You will find a small table in the manual that describes all 6 different parameters that you can change. So let's configure. The first thing that we need to do is we need to power the flasher, and you'll need to press the brake pedal and it will flash number of times, default number of times. So the next thing that we need to do is we would need to take two white wires and short them together, and the light will blink 3 times very quickly, and then 1, 2, 3, and then it will blink once, showing us the value for parameter number 1. If we, so this is this table over here, and parameter number 1 is standard. If we want to change it, we would touch wires one more time and it will blink 2 times. Touch it one more time and it blinks 3 times. Touch it one more time and it blinks once because it goes back to the first value. Once it reaches the maximum value, it goes back to the first one. So if we want to skip the standard, we would hold 2 white wires for 2 seconds, and the light will blink fast, indicating that it saved the parameter and went to the next one. So now the next one is deactivation timeout, and it blinked once. It means no timeout. If I want to change it to a 3-second timeout, which is the second value, I'll just touch 2 white wires and it will blink twice. So that is set to 2. Now if I want to go to value 3, touch it one more time, goes to 3, touch it one more time, goes to 4, touch it one more time, goes to 5. So if the 5 is the last one, so by touching one more time I go to the first one. So again, set to 1. I want to set it to 3 seconds, so I see it blink 2 times, so I'm gonna save it now by holding 2 white wires. So it's saved. The next parameter is the intensity light off, and a lot of people having a problem with it. This is the intensity of the light when it's supposed to be off, not on. So don't set it to maximum. Currently it's actually off, and that's a good way to set it, and this way your light will blink completely from off to on. Now if there are 12 different levels, so if I touch it once, the light will come on dimly. Touch it one more time and it will increase intensity every time I touch the white wires, till it goes to the maximum or 75% of the light, which is really close to the maximum for LED lights, and then it will turn off. So I would suggest for the first time, keep it off and save it. So next parameter is the number of flashes, and it's set to maximum. So now we want to change it, so it's set it to 1, I want to set it to 2, I want to set it to 4. So here's a 3, and I want to set it to 4. So set it to 4 and I hold 2 white wires, save it. The next one is the flashing rate, so it's pretty quick. I want to make it a little slower, a little bit more. So every time you touch it, it goes from fast to slow. Once it reaches the slowest level, it's going to go to the fastest again. So I want to set it to this level. Great. Hold 2 white wires, saving it. So it blinked 5 times. It's the last parameter, and it's continuous mode disabled. And let's say I want to keep it this way. Just gonna hold 2 white wires, save it, and you're done. So now if I'll disconnect the power and reconnect, we should see it blink 4 times slow, or slower than it was prior to that. Applying brakes, it blinks. Disconnect, applying brakes, and it doesn't blink because the timeout is set to 3 seconds. So if I release the brakes, engage the brakes, the light doesn't blink until the timeout expires. So I'll let it sit for a couple seconds and engaging the light again, and now it blinks. If I disengage it for a short period of time, it's not going to blink because the timeout is set. Now if I let it sit for 3 seconds, and it will blink again. So that's how it's easy to configure the timer. Once you save it, it stores in internal memory, and to change the parameters, you just go back to the configuration mode by touching 2 white wires and start over. So set to 1, you want to save it, you don't want to change the parameter, just hold 2 white wires together. Here's our no timeout set to 2. Let's say I want to set it to 3, which is 5 seconds. Hold again. Light intensity, let's say I want to set it to a dimmest. And actually at this point, if I don't want to change anything, I can just power it off. So power this back on, and it might be hard to see on the video, but the light goes from the dim to the high intensity, so it doesn't completely turns off. Timeout set to 5 seconds, so I have to wait a little longer before it will blink again. Oh, here it is. Thank you so much.